There was a time in this fair land when the railroad did not run, when the wild, majestic mountains stood alone against the sun. Long before the white man and long before the wheel, when the green, dark forest was too silent to be real.
Making my way up from Castella. Real pretty. Long slog up, but real pretty. Man, are the mountains pretty here in Northern California. It's incredible. A buddy of mine recently asked me when I thought I'd be done with my PCT through hike, and to be honest, I really didn't have a good answer for him. I just don't think in those terms. First, anything can happen on the trail. You know, it's estimated that a thru hiker takes between 6 and 8 million steps during their PCT thru hike, and you're always one misstep away from your thru hike coming to an end. So that's the first thing. You know, and God, yesterday I slipped twice and fell. I mean, down for the count. You know, rock came out from under the foot, and that was it. And then the day before that, I actually slipped and fell into a spring. I couldn't see the path. There were bushes and rocks along the sides, and I really couldn't see where the trail was. It was very narrow, and you know, the foot went down, and so you never know what's going to happen. So I really don't think that far out. I did all my planning, all the long-term planning and all that before I got onto the PCT, but now that I'm on it, you know, it's really the immediate that drives what my thinking processes are. If you think about it in military terms, you know, my wife has really become the J5 and J4. She thinks long term, you know, a couple weeks out, and she'll tell me, hey Mike, you know, you're here, you're reaching mile markers, etc. 2 weeks from now, you're probably going to be here. We need to be sending this resupply box, that sort of thing. So she's taken over. I see, I almost tripped right there. She's taken over that role. And my sister, for her part, she's become the J2, the intelligence officer. She'll send me any current events that could affect my thru hike, particularly as it has to do with the coronavirus or the closures that are coming up in the counties that I'll be walking through that I should know about. She'll send me that sort of information. Any weather updates, anything, you know, particularly if there's adverse weather coming my way, she'll let me know, hey, this is going to hit you. And then, you know, most recently, because now I'm up in Northern California, fire closures. You know, she'll notify me if there's a fire near me. Is there a fire closure area, and will it or will it not affect my thru hike? So they've kind of taken over those roles, which is really nice for me. I've been focusing on the, you know, again, thinking in military terms, J33, J35, current operations, and then just what's kind of a few days out. The furthest I will think out typically is my next resupply point, and that's it. So I get up in the morning, I think about where the water is, where I might take a break, where my tent site might be, you know, that evening, or potential tent sites, how the trail is, elevation changes. Think about that for the immediate day. And then for long, you know, for me, long term is looking maybe 3 to 5 days out, where's my next resupply, and you know, how much food do I have? Is going to last? Am I on track to make that resupply or not? That's just as far as I look out. It's all good. Just trying to get over this ridge, and it is covered in rock and shale. Makes for slow going. This is the kind of trail that makes going slow. Up near Mount Etna, and from this vantage point you can look 6,000 feet down into the valley below. Not a bad place to call home for the night. Not bad at all. You took care of all the trees, huh?
Yeah, 225 of them so far.
You cut 225 trees?
Yep. Yeah. There
Oh.
should be no trees between here and Seiad Valley.
Really?
Yep.
I thank you.
Unless God I can't say the same for the brush, but
I thank you from the bottom of my heart.
we trimmed a lot of brush.
The gentleman I showed earlier with the horses, they cut over 212 logs so far between Seiad Valley and where I saw them. And this is one of them here. Means between here and Seiad, I don't have to worry about hopping over logs. And that is a good thing. Hey, you know, I'm not much of a flower guy, but the mountain ranges along this section of the PCT, and it's probably just timing, so I'm going through it, season, that sort of thing. Yeah, they're just full of flowers. Absolutely spectacular. Look at this rock. This could double as Black Rock and Donner Pass. Today has been just like being back in the Sierra. All the granite and rock and debris on the trail to add to it. He's just chilling. Now hopefully he will move. Oh, stepped on him. Sometimes collecting water from these little bitty streams can be tough, but little Deuce of Spades trowel actually can double, you can see there, as a means to channel the water. pretty big. Truth be told, I have to say that the trail from Bernie Falls to where I'm currently at, just south of Seiad Valley, I have to say that the trail has been a grind. You know, and it's not the trail's fault. This isn't the trail. You know, the scenery here in Northern California has been spectacular. Some people say Northern California is boring on the PCT. I can't disagree more. The views are just incredible. The trail, you know, a lot of times it's nice. A lot of times it's not so nice. Gets granite and loose rock on it. But, I mean, that's the trail. So I'm trying to figure it out. And I think one of the things is I'm still in California. This state never ends. And I know it shouldn't make any difference. I mean, trail miles are trail miles. Doesn't matter in some arbitrary line on the ground. But for some reason, psychologically, it does. You know, I can't wait for California to end, Oregon to get here. You know, soon, the next couple miles, I know I'm going to be making the long descent down to Seiad Valley, and I'll be surrounded by trees and won't have such a grand view. The Marble Mountains have just been absolutely stunning here from Etna to Seiad Valley. It's a great day. Today is day 73 on the Pacific Crest Trail. From day 67 to day 71, I covered 150 miles from Castella to just south of Seiad Valley, so average 30 miles per day. And then on day 72, I walked the 6 miles into the town of Seiad Valley. And then today is day 73, and I'm taking a 0 today. Seiad Valley, the town, pretty small. It is the last resupply town before you hit the Oregon border. If you're looking for the ultimate Northern California small town experience, I don't think Seiad Valley's it. I believe Etna would be something that you'd be interested in. But for a great place to rest and recuperate and get ready for going into Oregon, it's a good place to stop. They have a general store here. They have Seiad Valley Cafe, which is famous for its pancakes. They have Mid-River RV Park, which accepts hiker packages. They do have a small post office here as well. The Mid-River RV Park has a PCT area, but I accepted my hiker package there. I'm staying at the Wildwood Tavern and Lodge. just west of the town, 3/10 of a mile west of the town. And this place has got a really good reputation with PCT through hikers. Just a wonderful place to stay and relax and recharge. They have a tenting area, they have a shower, laundry, and food right here, and just a great place to chill and have a good time. Rachel, who owns the place, I talked to her, and it sounds like she wants to. She's owned the place for 2 years, and it sounds like she wants to turn it into something like VVR or Kenya's Meadows North for Northern California along the PCT, and I think she's well on her way. And as the years progress, she'll probably continue to add more and more amenities to the facility. But it is a great place for PCT hikers to hang out and enjoy before they make the 50 miles or so into Oregon, and they continue on from there. I did decide to take a zero. This is my 5th zero. The body said it needed it. My other zeros were mainly for logistics or in Tahoe to spend time with my wife. But this one, the body said, hey, I need to take time to relax. I don't want to take a zero throughout the state of Oregon for reasons I will explain in a later episode. So I knew it'd be at least another 500-mile stretch before I would take another zero. And so this was a good place to stop and recuperate. And then tomorrow morning, I'll begin the long ascent, about 6,000 feet, notorious, coming out of Seiad Valley, back up into the mountains, and hopefully be in Oregon in a couple days. But that's for the next episode. See you then.
There